Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to my match reaction to Southampton 1, Everton 2. Everton have finally won an away game in the league, and as always, it seems these days, we did it the hard way. Everton threatened to throw it away once again after dominating the first half on the road. As it happened, it seemed it was going to be another one of those days where all those bad omens, come to pass. We didn't make our dominance count in the first half. We conceded from a set piece. An ex-Liverpool player got the goal for Southampton. It seemed like everything was going against us again, but fair play. I was calling for Everton to muck in a bit more away from home, and we seemed to do that today, and for once we got the result, which we just about deserved over the 90 minutes. I think, again, it was more because they were as bad as we were, if not worse. The result was the most important thing today, and it's just as well because the performance, particularly in the second half, was far from good enough still for a team with what we're aspiring to be. But like I say, it was about getting the result we needed. It took the pressure off, and who knows, it might just spare us either David Moyes or Mark Hughes in the dugout for now. The international break's always a tough time for under pressure managers, and no doubt Silva would have been biting his nails over his job if we didn't get the win today. But thankfully that we did. Still a few grievances I've got to get off my chest before we can get on to the positives. We were completely dominant, like I say, in the first half, and we should have been about 3 up. However, we couldn't score another goal because these players, for me, haven't got enough cohesion between them. Players never seem to be able to pick each other out in the final third. Even on occasions like the first half and in other games this season where we do play some good stuff, not enough is coming of it. Yes, we need a better striker, but I think even with Romelu Lukaku still in this team, I'm not sure if the service we feed into the strikers is adequate, to be honest. It was adequate today, but that was because Southampton aren't a great side. But against better teams, that kind of service might not be. The two moments of good service was Sigurdsson's corner and Davies' cross, and they both led to the goals. But we didn't really produce any more than that, and that's why we didn't have a better margin of victory there. It's for that reason we're not out of the woods yet. We've got to win the next home game against Norwich City before we come up against 4 of the top 6 in December. Marco Silva's got the benefit at least of a good string of past results against top 6 sides, which could sort of go in his favour, and maybe his team setup could suit these kind of games. But it's all about will he survive until that point, even at this stage. He has took the pressure off, but he's still got a lot of work to do. We still need a massive improvement on what we're seeing right now if we're to beat any of those sides. Silva has most likely survived this international break, though, like I say, and he now needs to use that international break to figure out the system that works best to this personnel that he's got available to him. Of course, it's a big loss not having Andre Gomez now, but we need to find a way to make this team work with what we've got. And if he does manage to do that, we could still salvage something from what has been a horror show of a season so far. If he doesn't, Silva will probably enter the new year looking for a new job, to be honest. Right, that's the negatives over. Let's get on to the positive side. Tom Davies and Mason Holgate have been slowly growing back into this Everton side, and their assured displays were key to us getting a very important result today. So long may that continue, and if the senior players, who I think are still underperforming, could match their work rate and their desire, I think we'd be fine. It's a very big ask. It's quite annoying to see maybe players like Schneiderlin and Sigurdsson who maybe don't put as much of the hard yards in as the likes of Davies and Holgate, but it's those big names. If they really step up to the mark, we could still get to where we want to be, because the Premier League is generally quite poor in quality, as you can see at the moment, apart from maybe 3 or 4 sides. Anywhere's up for grabs, and even at this stage of the season, how bad we've been, we could still recover if we get things right. But, like I say, it's a big situation where we're still not out of the woods. The league's so tight, and we're still playing so poorly that anything could go either way, and Marco Silva needs to make sure it goes in our favour now. He needs to work very hard, and we can't take this win for granted. We've got to keep working hard and keep improving. But for today, let's enjoy the rare commodity of an away win and a long journey home that our loyal travelling contingent most certainly deserve. They can finally celebrate the journey home from an away day for once. So there you have it, Southampton 1, Everton 2. We finally get an away win. Tom Davies and Richarlison got the goals. Let us know your opinions in the comment section below. Let us know what players you thought performed well, who didn't. Give the channel a like and a subscribe. as well. If you want more Everton content, even in spite of the kind of season we're having, like I say, it's always hard to keep tuning in when we're not playing well, but maybe we'll get a few more today because we actually won the game. But like you say, it's good to see fans sticking it out when the chips are down. So more than ever, guys, thank you for watching on the Toffee Blues.